Time for our rising crisis update. We'll begin with a number of coronavirus cases here in the United States and around the world. So here in the United States, we have approximately 2.1 million cases, with an increase of 37,000 since yesterday, with 116,000 deaths and 738 deaths added since yesterday. With 8 million cases worldwide, an increase of 100,000, the number of worldwide deaths stand at 437,152, with an increase of 3,545 since yesterday. I guess the better news is that there's 738 deaths since yesterday. However, at the same time, we've seen a coronavirus spike in 20 different states across the country, which can largely be talked about in the context of reopening.
Right.
But there is some good news that's coming out of the United Kingdom today.
Yes, a drug that has gone through trials appears to reduce death. So this is to treat coronavirus patients. It improved outcomes for 20% of those who were on oxygen, 35% of those who were on breathing machines. This is a steroid. It's called dexamethasone. And basically what steroids typically do is they reduce inflammation.
Right.
Now, part of the problem with coronavirus patients that leads to their death is the body has this overwhelming reaction that causes, that like fills up their lungs. They're unable to breathe, and that's what leads to their death. And so the idea has been, maybe if we use an anti-inflammatory like a steroid, then we can reduce some of that inflammation and we can have fewer deaths. So again, 20% of those who are on oxygen support, it led to 20% fewer deaths for those people, 35% fewer, so a third improvement for those who are on breathing machines, ventilators, those sorts of things. So extremely encouraging. And by the way, this is like a readily available, fairly cheap steroid.
Right.
So so really good news potentially on that front coming out of the UK.
Yeah, it really is. And at the same time, some better news out of the U.S. economy. We just got these numbers in. U.S. retail sales have pumped up by 17.7% in May from the previous month. That's 8% higher than what was expected. That follows 2 straight months of dropped retail sales. 14% drop in April and an 8.3% drop in March. So those were devastating numbers. Basically took the amount of retail sales in America down to the 2012 levels. Kind of crazy that retail sales have increased that much since 2012.
Yeah, that it just keeps going up and up
I digress.
and up.
And so really what it shows is that 17.7% increase, not back to where we were, but still a decent amount. Of course, analysts say that this is largely fueled by 2 things in particular. A, reopened states. B, it's actually the $1,200 payments, the coronavirus payments that went out to American families, and the additional $500 per children. But as we know, that's going to run out. It was only one time.
That was a one-time payment.
So if you want to keep this stuff going, Congress, keep the money flowing.
You know what to do. Yeah. Excellent point there. Yeah, and I think, it's good that people are out spending. It's good for the economy. Of course, I have issues with an economy that's built on
only
spending more and more and more, but that's where we are. I think part of what the story of the recovery will be is who recovers and who doesn't.
Yep.
Who has long-lasting effects, who's out of a job, who loses wages even if they find a new job and they're never able to come back to where they were before the crisis. I think those are going to be some of the things that we continue to watch.
Totally agree.
We'll be back tomorrow with our latest crisis update. Please also like and share to help others find this video. Thanks for watching.